apparently, believe it or not, the My Motherboard works. Erica thought this might be a nice kind of short video for Adventure 82 Extra before I actually show the PC build. So, right, Blade. So the way this works.
I'm watching.
So you've got various slots. So these are what they call PCI slots. These are expansion ports.
Woo.
One is your PCI X16, which is a faster running version of this one, because that'll be probably an X4, I would imagine. And the X16 is primarily used for graphics cards and things, because graphics, obviously your picture's constantly running, so it needs to be able to run quickly. That's why you tend to put graphics cards in here. This one is for anything else that uses a PCI X slot, so you might get like an extra sound card or something that will go in there. Some of the sound cards will actually fit in these little normal PCI expansion ports. Other things you can put in these include, hang on, that. Which is quite well. That, which is a Wi-Fi adapter, so that allows you to get wireless internet without having to plug a USB into it. So you would have aerials similar to what you have on the back of your router screwed on there. So this bit will set out the PC, and this bit would then slot in on one of these.
Yeah?
No, it would be slotting into one of those at the back.
One of these?
Yeah. So that's what that is anyway. Put that away for a minute. So that's what that is. These adjust your memory. So a computer has two types of memory. It has permanent memory, which would be like its hard drive, or in more recent computers be what they call an SSD, which is a solid state drive, which essentially acts like a hard drive but has no moving parts, so it's less likely to break. This is random access memory, so this is what the computer uses as temporary memory when you open programs. It's like when you've got stuff minimised or you're running something that needs extra memory, it will use this.
That's how most of my brain is.
Well, that's what plugs in here. That's what these are for. Okay, so those would then plug in there like that. And then that's how you plug those in. This is just your little metal shield you have to go over the back of the sockets, because the sockets you'll plug stuff in, they're actually on the back there, see? So you've got all the different sockets there.
They're all different colours.
Yeah, just to make it easier to know what to do with them. That's where your power supply and stuff will go. This is where your switch, your main power switch and stuff, everything connects to there. TPM is a security chip, which I do have there. It's a little security chip. If you want on Windows 11, you have to have one of these or it won't use it. And then this here, if I'm very gentle, you lift up this lever. If I lift that open gently and open up that door, you'll see that that massive socket there is where the processor goes. Which is processor. So everything that you do on the computer has to go through a processor. It's like the computer's brain. Just like every movement, everything you say, everything your body does goes through your brain, because it's your brain that actions it. It's the processor that does that for the computer.
Rick's not paying attention, but I'm focused.
Right. So you've got like a little corner, see that's cut off there with an arrow. That's to help you get the processor in the right way around, because otherwise if you bend any of these pins you can't bend them back. That's just there as a temporary measure. When you actually put the actual processor in, the plastic cover comes off. Pardon me. And then you would push the lever down and then hook it underneath there, and as long as you've lined up your processor correctly, that's your processor done. Other bits around here, so like some of these, they're all pretty much labelled what they are, so these are all for like USB ports here. that's your front audio. If you've got any audio like headphone sockets, microphone sockets, anything like that on the front of your computer, that's where they would be connected. What else is there? And then they've got sys fan there, and there's another fan one there, which, because normally you'll have at least 2 cooling fans, because you'll have one fan, which is what this one's for, sits on top of the processor like that to keep the processor cold, so it doesn't overheat. And then you'll have another fan which is blowing all the air out of the actual tower so that the rest of the motherboard stays cold. You can have up to, some people have up to like 3 fans on there, some people have more. You can get water cooling there, but I haven't bothered with that. And all this basically then just gets screwed in to the tower. I can show you better when I'm actually putting it in, but that's the basics of it. One thing I would say for anybody who does attempt to do this themselves is, if you are going to do this yourself, there's 2 things you need to bear in mind. One is generally as a rule, if you watch somebody who's actually doing an actual proper PC technician, or anybody who's does this for a living on a regular basis, will normally have a little wrist strap that straps here, and then they'll have a crocodile clip on the other end of a wire that comes from it, and it clips onto a case, onto the edge of the PC case, which kind of earths, if you like, any static your body might have in it, because you can actually damage the motherboard with static. This bit he's clearly not interested in, which is fine. But if you don't have that, because I don't have that, I had one many moons ago, but not now, just make sure that you're only handling the motherboard from the edges, because as long as you're not touching anything on the actual motherboard itself, and you're not touching any contacts on the chips or anything like that, you shouldn't have any issues. But yeah, that's just something to be aware of. But yeah, as for putting all this together, like I said, this will be coming up soon in Adventure 82, because one, it's the first video for Adventure 82 Extra, and 2, if I don't put this in soon, my PC is going to drive me insane. What was that?
A yawn.
You're such a banana. Right,
I know.
so anyway, yeah, basics of a motherboard.
Beep bop boop.
I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye bye.